To battle a little bit of that patchy fog, especially from Joliet. Right now we have a pocket of fog there. We're down to 1 mile of visibility, one as well in Rensselaer. LaPorte County has been fluctuating too. In LaPorte we have a dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. After that we're going to be smooth sailing right through the weekend. Temperatures right now though are cool, so make sure to wear those light jackets. We're starting off with temperatures in the 50s for most, with the exception being Aurora, dropping down into the upper 40s for this hour. We're at 55 degrees in Gary, 59 for Midway Airport, and we're at 53 for those in McHenry. This afternoon, temperatures will continue to climb into the low 80s, about 10 degrees above where we should be for highs for this time of year, with gorgeous sunshine. I'll let you know how warm it will be for the weekend straight ahead. Dana, Audrina, back to you. About half an hour away until official sunrise time, but it is going to be gorgeous. However, some areas this morning battles. We have a ridge of high pressure that's going to be in control. So right now we have a pocket of fog from Joliet back into Rensselaer. We're down to 1 mile of visibility there, 2 in Michigan City, 6 in LaPorte. LaPorte under a dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock this morning. After 10, we're going to be smooth sailing through the afternoon, seeing clear sky conditions. But because most of us have that clear sky, temperatures are cool. You're going to need the jackets, especially as you get the kids ready for the bus stop today. We're down to 49 degrees right now in Aurora, 55 for Gary, 48 in Rensselaer, and 59 for those in Waukegan. So as I expand the view, we are holding on today to clear sky conditions outside of that morning fog. But this afternoon, the winds are going to be changing direction more out of the southwest, and that's going to be pumping in some more mild air. So highs for today going to be back into the low 80s for most of us. And then looking ahead to tonight, clear sky conditions, and tomorrow almost a copy and paste forecast with just slightly warmer temperatures. So for Saturday's high, 84 degrees, and then 82 on Sunday. By the way, 82 is where we should be. I should say 72 is where we should be for highs for this time of year. So we are 10 degrees above that for today with a high temperature of 82. If you are going to be watching the Cubs play, first pitch is at 1:20. The winds will be out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, still staying very warm, and you're going to need the sunglasses too. For tonight, a low temperature of 60 degrees, and breaking down your 7-day forecast, our temperatures will remain in the 80s all the way through Tuesday. Behind that, Wednesday and Thursday, cooler air ushers on in, with highs though still above average back into the mid 70s. Let's send it back up to Chris. Joliet. The rest of us looking okay, especially across the Chicago metro area. But looking ahead to what you can expect this afternoon is going to be a really nice day. Yes, we still have that dense fog advisory in place for LaPorte County until 10. Our temperatures starting off cool in the 40s as well as the 50s, so you will need those jackets. But by this afternoon, more sunshine can be expected with high temperatures today in those low 80s. This is about 10 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. Heading through the weekend, another gorgeous setup with high pressure in control. And next week, this dry and warm weather pattern sticks around, but by the tail end of next week, some cooler air will usher on in. I'll break that down with your 7-day forecast straight ahead. I should call that a sunshine alert whenever the sun is just beating in your face, making it tricky to travel around. But today for the weekend, next week, it is going to be absolutely stunning. Chris did mention though this morning we are battling areas of fog, including portions of now Chicago. So some of that fog has drifted back into the Chicagoland. We're going to talk more about that here momentarily. This weekend though, sunny skies return with warmer temperatures, especially tomorrow with a high of 84. And then looking ahead to next week, we have this ridge of high pressure that's going to keep us dry and pretty much cloud-free. So we're currently down to 9 miles of visibility to Aurora, 5 for Joliet. We still have that pocket of fog for Rensselaer. We're down to 1 mile there. LaPorte still under that dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. this morning. You can see there's still a little bit of that haze from our skyline, but our temperatures right now are starting off very cool, especially for Aurora with a current temperature of 49 degrees. We're 10 degrees above that right now in Waukegan with a current temperature of 59, and then we're going to be back into those 50s area-wide going through the next about hour or two, and then this afternoon we're going to be back into the low 80s for highs. So it's really going to be a warm day, nice sunshine too to go along with it. Then for tonight, temperatures will scale back into the low 60s, clear skies and cool conditions once again. For the weekend, temperatures are back into the 80s and will be a little bit cooler for our lakeshore friends on Sunday because of that lake breeze that is going to keep our temperatures there in the upper 70s. So we're still tracking Hurricane Humberto. It's continuing to turn in the Atlantic basin, but there's another area that we're keeping an eye on that could actually form and become our next named storm over the Bahamas. So we have a 80% chance of forming in 2 days, a 90% chance in 7 days. So right now it is looking very likely. So we're going to keep an eye on the tropics and of course our weather here at home. Temperatures are going to be holding on to the 80s all the way through Tuesday. By Wednesday and Thursday, a little bit cooler air with temperatures in the 70s. But Dana, Audrina, it is going to be very tranquil with our weather pattern for these next few days.
Oh, awesome. I cannot believe we got like mid 80s coming up our way.
I know it's going to be great, but I'm still wondering where that police.
So even though we're not dealing with a complete washout for our weather forecast today or tomorrow, you will need the rain gear. So let's talk about this line and focus in on it and put a storm track. So places including Eagle, it will impact you at 5:22, DeKalb at 5:32, Sycamore at 5:39, and Sandwich closing in at 5:45. So these are slow moving cells, and you can see that the system is pretty broad, but there's a few areas that we are going to be dealing with as we look ahead to the remainder of today as well as tomorrow. So here's a look at your hour by hour futurecast. So it looks like that line is going to be pretty much moving out of here closer to about 10 a.m. this morning, but here comes more rain showers and a few thunderstorms, especially this afternoon into the evening hours. So if you are heading out to, let's say, Riot Fest, Douglas Park is going to be muddy, so make sure that you maybe have the boots on, or at least the rain boots, because we are going to be in for these scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Another push of that active weather rolls in late tonight, impacting your Sunday morning commute. Sunday afternoon, we will start to see improvements, but it's going to be on the breezy side. And tomorrow for northwest Indiana, portions of that area under a severe storm threat, that level 1 out of 5 on the risk scale. Right now it just looks like heavy downpours, cloud ground lightning is going to be the main concerns, and windy conditions. We could see upwards of about an inch to an inch and a half of rainfall accumulation, so we will have to watch out for punting out on the roadways. And you can see that right here as we take a live look across portions of Daly Plaza, and you can see Washington Street there, 67 for the current temperature. The wind starting to pick up right now. So today's high 79 degrees, and tonight temperatures scale back into the mid 60s with those scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. So your 7-day forecast consisting of temperatures in the 70s, but this unsettled weather pattern sticks around all the way through the start of next week, and then by the end of next week, finally drier conditions, but temperatures will stay cooler, spinning just off towards our west. So it's going to be bringing in the cloud cover first, leading to a few spotty rain showers west of the city this afternoon before heavier bands of rain impact us at times this weekend. So here's a look at your hour by hour futurecast. So like I mentioned, today it is going to be hot with temperatures running into the mid 80s this afternoon. That's going to help fuel up the atmosphere. So for some of these rain showers and thunderstorms to develop late tonight and through the overnight period. Early tomorrow morning, scattered rainfall is expected, and then tomorrow afternoon. I know there's a lot going on this weekend. It is the last weekend of summer. Unfortunately, you will need the rain gear because we are going to be monitoring during the afternoon, 3 p.m. here, rain and storms with heavy downpours embedded within this, continuing to cross through the Chicago metro area for the evening hours. And then we're going to see a bigger push of active weather Saturday night and into the early start of your Sunday. Here's a look at Sunday 2 a.m. continuing until about 9 a.m. across northwest Indiana, and then a few more lingering rain showers are in the forecast for your Sunday afternoon. Right now 67 degrees with that calm wind, and as we look at this afternoon, temperatures will continue to peak into the mid 80s. 80s. Increasing clouds for today, small chances of rain and storms this afternoon, and this afternoon too for the immediate lakeshore. Because of this lake breeze, it will be a little bit cooler with temperatures near 80 degrees. Then for tonight, temperatures dip down into the mid-60s with rain showers and passing thunderstorms. So this weekend, we are going to be in for that wet weather. If you are heading out to the Bears game, especially for the pregame hours, it is going to be a little bit more on the dicey side. So make sure that you have the rain gear with you for your 7-day forecast. Temperatures trending cooler by Wednesday and Thursday with highs going to be soaring near 90 degrees. That is roughly 20 degrees warmer than where we should be for this time of year. So this weekend, near record warmth for both days. By the time we hit Monday, late in the day and then overnight, we're going to start to see some rain showers increasing, even lingering into our Tuesday. But Tuesday, it is going to be much cooler with our temperatures. We're going to get shoved back to reality with highs only in the 60s Tuesday, and then that trend is going to extend into the upcoming work week, really for the rest of it. Right now, our temperatures in those upper 60s. We're starting off with a clear sky too. The winds out of the southwest, primarily at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So the southerly airflow for today is really going to boost up our temperatures with highs fluctuating in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. And like I mentioned, that's about 20 degrees warmer than where we should be for this time of year. And that number happens to be 68 degrees. So today's record high that we're chasing, 90 degrees, that was set back in 1951. So we have a really good chance of tying that, if not breaking that, if it gets a little bit warmer. As we look ahead to tomorrow, 88 degrees for the forecast high for tomorrow. 85, I should say. 88 is the record that was set back in 1997. But then temperatures after that are going to be falling on down into the 60s. And the reason why is because of this cold front. This cold front is going to be dropping through, bringing us some rain shower activity, and it's really going to start to cool us down Tuesday afternoon and beyond. So if you want that fall feel, you just have to be patient a few more days. For today, 89 degrees for your high temperature, sunny and breezy conditions with these winds sustained at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, a clear sky condition with temperatures dropping down into the upper 60s. And then as we look ahead to tomorrow, 85 for your high, again near record warmth. But tomorrow, we do have an elevated fire risk. So brush fires will be a possibility because it is going to be breezy for tomorrow with gusts upwards of about 20 miles per hour. Plus, it's just been so dry lately, we really will have to watch out for that. So as we look ahead to your Monday, 84 for your high. That's going to be the last really hot day because after that, temperatures get back into the 60s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then the low 70s by Friday. But it's still going to be clear and bright with high pressure in control over the course of really these next about 1 to 1.5, 2 weeks. Temperatures right now in the 60s. We're at 63 degrees for O'Hare. Midway coming in at 65. Mainly sunny sky conditions. The winds today out of the northeast, so that is going to be giving us a little bit of that cooler feel for the immediate lakeshore. So if you are planning on walking the river, or maybe you're going to be planning on getting closer to Lake Michigan, it's still going to be quite cool there. Temperatures in the 70s, but still above average for highs for this time of year. Looking ahead though to your Tuesday, your Wednesday, a little bit more cloud cover will start to roll in, but still staying dry. So high temperatures today, the farther inland that you are, we're going to be flirting with 90 degrees for places like Ottawa, Morris, same thing in Kankakee. For the lakefront, temperatures are going to be in the 70s. So zooming in, places including Highland Park, Evanston, upper 70s expected, 77 degrees for Hyde Park today, 79 in Gary. Around the lake, temperatures will be in those mid-70s from Indiana Dunes back into Burns Harbor. So normal for this time of year, 71 degrees. We're going to be in the 80s today through Tuesday. By Wednesday and Thursday, we're in the 70s. And then don't worry, we're back into the 80s for Friday, plus the upcoming weekend. And it's going to be very nice. This quiet weather pattern will continue not only today, but through these next few days. So for your 7-day forecast right here, we're going to be seeing that sunshine extending today through the upcoming weekend with high temperatures well above where we should be in the 70s as well as the 80s.
The first women's